What is up, guys? Today I have my SPL week 6 battle. Week 7 is actually now, but I just forgot to record week 6, so this was my game last week. First off, you're looking at my team. Yes, it is full stall. This is the stall that CBB used. I don't want to see anything in the comments about how I use stall, XYZ. You're not clever. I get it. It's stall. I get it. I hate it. But this is an official Smogon tournament. I assume stall would be good versus my opponent Xray's playstyle because from the majority of his teams I've seen him use, especially in this tournament, SPL alone, they've been pretty stall weak, so I figured this would be a decent chance. Plus my team had already, I believe my team was very close to just already getting into the playoffs, so I wanted to see if I could use stall and I guess beat him, because I figured his teams were really weak to it, and I just wanted to see if I could get the matchup, and that's pretty much why I picked stall as opposed to offense. This guy's also, he's a pretty good player, Xray. I assume that he might try to counter team my usual offense, so I went with this to throw him off. Unfortunately, in this matchup, you can see that he has a pretty good team to take on my team. Like, as you can see, he has Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, Talonflame, which is absolutely annoying to this team. It shuts down Quagsire, shuts down Chansey, shuts down Amoonguss, shuts down Skarm. It stalls out Slowbro as well, unless I'm Mega, but even then, there's no lefty, so you're dying in 8 turns. And then my only counter to it is Scarftar, so this thing is very annoying. On top of that, he has Tangrowth, which is annoying because it knocks off everything. Mega Chomp, this was the main thing. I don't have Mega Chomp counters. My counter is Quagsire. In the sand, Quagsire is 2 KO'd, so I knew I was going to be in for a rough game, but just see how it turns out. So he's going to lead off with Talonflame, I lead off with Slowbro. Straight off the bat, he goes for the Wisp, I go for the Scald. The mediocre damage confirms that he is indeed Spadef, so here I'm just going to go for the Calm Mind, knowing that he's probably just going to roost up, and then I can Scald the Tangrowth or Slowking on the switch. Him going to Slowking would probably mean he's Assault Vest Dragon Tail. So I just go for the Scald, he goes into Tangrowth, reveals the Assault Vest. I do very little damage, but it's whatever. Now I know I can theoretically stay in and Calm Mind up to +6 on this Tangrowth because I'm already at +1 Spadef, but the fact that I'm burned, it makes it really annoying and hard to set up. He goes into Skarm, I go into Skarm here, and he goes for the knockoff. That's fine because I'm Shed Shell anyway, which makes no difference this game. I lay up a Spike here, he goes into Drill, it's fine. He goes into I go into Quagsire now, and yeah, he just goes for the spin, so pretty much nothing's been gained. I'm gonna go for the Toxic here on the Slowking switch, pretty obvious, but I miss, which is like, it's whatever, I'll get another opportunity to do that, I think, if I just play nicely throughout the game. Going to my Chansey here and set up rocks as he goes for the Scald, does very little. This game's actually going fast. Let me put on normal. Alright, so he brings in T-Tar here. Now that's free rocks for him as I'm going to go back into Quagsire. I'm not messing around with any Scarftar or anything like that if his Chomp is rocks, which in case would have been amazing, but yeah. I'm going to go for the Toxic here as he goes into Tangrowth again. Now, I was pretty sure he's either going to double or he's going to go for the knockoff again, but either way, I want to go into Amoonguss here because I don't want him getting the initiative by doubling. And yeah, I go into this thing, he actually just goes for the Giga Drain. And the reason I also don't want to go into Skarm is because Balloon Drill gets free spins its entire life. So here he goes for the knockoff, as I believe I Spore, predicting the switch. Yeah, I accepted him to just switch out into mainly Slowking because of how useless it is. Yeah, so I just assume maybe he would go into Slowking, as I'm going to continue to spam Spore as he's actually just kind of beating me down with his Tangrowth. This is also fine though, because if he sacks Tangrowth, that means Slowking will actually, Slowbro will actually destroy him. I know here, I'm just going to stay in and quick Spore again. If he kills me, he's going down. Amoonguss is pretty useless this game, as he just sacks the T-Tar to Spore, which is fine with him. He pretty much came out on top. Now, he's going to make the switch and go into his Talonflame, as I believe I'm going to double out into my Quagsire, which is like whatever. I think I just hit him with a Toxic. I'm not completely sure. I'm pretty sure I go for Toxic because he goes into Tangrowth. Oh no, I double. Well, I'm amazing. I doubled into Skarmory, predicting the Tangrowth. Wow, I'm flawless. So I break the Tangrowth, go into my Skarmory here. I believe here I just defog to get these rocks out the way. Yeah, because these rocks have been really annoying to my team. I don't want Slowbro especially taking the hits from this. And now that this thing is asleep, I'm pretty sure I go into my own T-Tar because it's the only thing that scares out his. And he's going to bring in Garchomp, and now I'm like, oh my god, it's inside. This thing is such a frustration to play against. I go into Amoonguss, it's literally like, I have to sack something. Nothing switches into this thing. This is like the best stall breaker versus stall. And I was like, oh boy. So, I go into Quag now. I make the double into my Skarmory because at this point, I'm like, there's no way he's staying in. He needs that to win. And I'm like, I'm going to lose if I don't play aggressively. So, I go into Skarmory here, and even though the switch to Drill is super obvious, I believe I'm just going to spike up yet again. Pretty much because I get the free turn, and that's pretty much it. I think I go back into Slowbro. I'm not sure. Yeah, I go into Slowbro. Because I've already heal belled off that thing and everything. Now here he makes a solid play, realizes he really doesn't need his drill, and that I'm more or less just going to calm mine, trying to beat the Tangrowth on the switch in. So that SD play was actually really nice by him, and that was a good predict on his part. So I'm going to have to be going to my Quagsire because my Slowbro is not fully physically defensive. I can't have it taking that heavy hit. Quagsire is more than happy to wall Excadrill. I'm just going to go for the recover as he goes back into his T-Tar. The reason he brings in T-Tar on Quagsire, and he does it a couple of times, is because his Quagsire doesn't have EQ. It has Encore. I mean, I'm not going to get into why it has Encore, but Encore is still a solid move. But yeah, whatever. So I'm going to go into T-Tar here. He's going to go into Tangrowth on my superpower because, like I said, I have nothing to scare out the Tar, and it's just burning off sleep turns. So yeah, that does a very, very mediocre amount, 38%, and that's a crit. So now I'm going to go into Slowbro here. I pretty much knew he'd go into Garchomp on the double, predicting the Scarm just to get the SD off, so I went to Slowbro. Now here, I have one chance to win. I'm just going to spoil it. I do not win this game. I have one chance to win here, which is the Scald Burn, and that does not happen. So at this point, I pretty much realized I was in a bad situation. This thing is going to get a kill. Xray is not messing around. He is not playing around Quagsire, Skarmory mind games. He goes right for that Fire Fang and dominates my Skarmory. That crit did not matter. I die on Spadef. But yeah, the only thing that kind of interested me about that is why he decided to SD on Slowbro when he gets a free SD on Chansey, Scarftar, Skarm. I don't understand why he took the opportunity to SD on Slowbro, especially when if I did Scald Burn, I definitely won that game, or I had a very, very solid shot at winning it, because if I burned him, Quagsire walled every single Pokemon besides Tangrowth. Every single Pokemon got walled. Yes, he has the Taunt Talonflame, but if this thing gets up one Calm Mind, he's going to lose. So that play really interested me. I mean, it obviously it worked out for him because he didn't get burned. I mean, when you think about it, Scald really is only 30%, so it's not like you can just bank on it getting the burn, but I kind of felt like it was a risk he didn't have to take. But regardless, I mean, it worked out for him. It's not like it was a bad play. So he's gonna go on the T-Tar on the Toxic here. I'm going to switch out yet again into my Tyranitar, as I think he just stays asleep. Yeah, and I think I just continuously click Superpower hoping for some sort of choke, but nah, he goes into Slow King. I click Superpower again here because like what am I to do? I'm just gonna kind of skip through these turns because it's pretty fast what happens. I'm pretty sure you can guess what happens. So I go for the Will-O-Wisp. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp on my Quagsire. Take that burn. I try to switch out here and go into my Chansey, because I think I expected the Tangrowth, and I was like, yo, let me get off the Heal Bell, or let me get on my rocks. Some sort of offensive play. But he just keeps going for Taunt. I know he's gonna Wisp again. I go right back into Quag. Taunts, blah 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 blah, back into Chansey, trying to get him to trip up a little bit, back into Slowbro on the Brave Bird this time. Now I Calm Mind there, he ups, he doubles into T-Tar, finally gets his rocks up. I Heal Bell with my Chansey, and soon he should just get the opportunity to go into Guard. Oh yeah, he just Hard Surge right into Garchomp, he's not playing around. He goes into Chomper. I'm like, let me see how much this EQ does. Obviously it's going to a KO because I mean this is Sand Mega Chomp, 60%. Ridiculous damage. I go for the Seismic Toss, bounces off his hard body Garchomp, and now I'm like, well, this is not looking good. We're down 3-6, and I'm going to have to go into Quagsire because it's the last Pokemon that can do anything. He just switches out and he brings in his Tangrowth, as I believe I double, because again, I have to play super aggressive to have a shot at this. But even then, it's like so hard to win this game. I'm gonna go for the Crunch here. It does a juicy 25% as he Giga Drains and gets 35 back. I mean, he does 35 to me. I mean 37, and then he gets some HP back. I'm just going to Crunch again as he goes into his T-Tar, and now pretty much the only shot for me to win is if this thing doesn't have Crunch and my Slowbro can set up on it. That's the only shot I can win. So I hard switch right into said Slowbro, and unfortunately he reveals that he has the Crunch. He crits me. That does not matter. I was not winning this, and then I'm going to forfeit here because I lost. So unfortunately, that is a 6-0 defeat. It is what it is. I wasn't not going to upload this. I mean, I've been uploading all other 5 weeks of SPL. I wouldn't just leave this out because it's a 6-0. Regardless, my opponent, he played very well. I do think the matchup was pretty, like, terrible, and I'm rarely the one to complain about matchup in ORAS OU. Like, consider week 4 where I had a fantastic matchup and threw it. But, yeah, props to Xray. He brought a solid team versus me, and this actually is the second time I brought Stall in an official tournament. If old viewers will remember that I brought it to OST Finals Game 3, the deciding game, and got 6-0 by Baton Pass. So now my Stall is 0-12, because it's never killed him on. And yeah, this pretty much marks where I will never use Stall again. Maybe I will. Maybe. Ooh. Oh, you'll see the return of Blunderstall one day. So hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Later, guys. Peace.